tell us about the building and the architecture and dive into that. And there's a cool sculpture garden on the outside.
Yeah.
Maybe dive in, tell a little bit about those things.
Yeah, I think Cedar City is very lucky to have this building.
It blew me away when I drove down
incredible.
Center.
Yeah. And for me, when I was researching the university and the museum, when I was applying for the job and interviewing for the job, I had pictured certainly the Braithwaite Gallery, the predecessor. I thought, oh, this is probably going to be kind of a small gallery in an academic building. And then I, Google image search Southern Utah Museum of Art and thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I could go to work there every day. I think we are really lucky. And again, maybe similar to art itself, if it evokes something, then you're at least noticing the building. Not a lot of people necessarily like the building, but
I felt like when I first saw it, because I love art and always have. When I first saw it, I'm like, that building is a work of art.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so cool.
It is.
Yeah, it may not be your cup of tea on a building, but I mean, for what it's housing, it's spot on.
It is spot on. And you could plop that building down in LA or Chicago and it would make sense. It wouldn't be out of place. But I think what makes it so special, a couple of things. One is that the shape and that swoop is inspired by local slot canyons that are so well known for Southern Utah. So
I love slot canyons. That is cool to know.
And I think once people learn a little bit more about the inspiration and how it is meant to connect to our area, then they soften a little bit on the aesthetics. But I think this stark white building, and then you have that red hill behind it. It is just so stunning. And I feel like we, over the years, have gathered more and more photographs of different seasons, SUMA in the seasons,
What's
rainbows.
interesting too, it like changes colors, that white, like you have all these different shades of white and gray, but depending on the sky, sometimes the building looks pink, blue, at nighttime. It's really versatile and it's really cool.
Really incredible. And so on that plaza, the Sam and Diane Stewart Family Foundation Plaza that you mentioned as you're kind of coming up the steps, we've really tried to activate that space since I began. So we now have a sculpture installed on that space. And right now it rotates. But then even just adding the table and chairs, that SUMA then became this third space for people